If you're thinking about moving and you want to learn about what everyday life is going to be like in your new town, this is the place for you. On Open House, we sit down with local, top producing real estate agents to help you find the best places to live in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So if you don't want buyer's remorse and you want to find your dream town, we are here for you. So go ahead and book a free call with us and we'll help guide you to the area that is right for you. Now, let's jump in and learn about your new home.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Open House Real Estate Network. My name is Zach, and today we have Kimberly Young with us. We've had her on the show before, but we are going to be talking about Glen Echo, Maryland. It's a very small community. I'm excited to have you, Kimberly. Thanks for coming on again.
Thank you so much for having me.
What do you love about Glen Echo? Why do you want to talk about it?
Well, I love Glen Echo because it's a small town close to the city, and it really provides a sense of community. And it's the type of place where you know your neighbors, you know their past, you know their history, and you really can count on your neighbors to be there whenever you need to.
Okay, that's solid. So is it more of a suburban feel? And if so, what's the population?
It is small town America. I mean, it's less than 300 people, a little over 100 homes. It's a place where you know the neighbors, you know their extended family, anything you can imagine.
Wow. Okay. So I'm curious about the median home price. You said it's all single family homes, no condos, no townhomes or anything like that?
Yes, correct. It's all single family homes. So it might range from like a 2-bedroom up to like a 6-bedroom. They vary. You'll see some bungalows because the area was originally a summer housing place from DC. And you'll notice that there's some craftsman style homes, there's some Victorian homes, as well as some modern farmhouses that were built in the last few years.
What's the price range on those?
Anywhere from like 700,000 to the mid millions. So like 1.5, 1.6 million as of now.
As of now, subject to change. Okay, so that's good info for people. That I know that the price of stuff is a big factor on where you can live. So that's good to know. What are people doing for work? Like what types of people live there?
Artists, professors, lawyers, physicians, you name it, and they have the occupation. It's also an area where there's a lot of people that work from home as well as people that commute to DC. That's about 15, 20 minutes away.
Okay, yeah, that's not a bad commute at all. But if you're working from home, it's a commute from your room to your office. So that's cool.
Easy.
So I'm curious about the history because Glen Echo is an interesting name and it's a very small area. What's the story behind it?
Yes, it was originally called Glen Echo on the Potomac, and people used it as a summer retreat from DC, but it also it was part of the Chautauqua movement, so it had a religious component to it, and it was a source of enlightenment and education. So what's now Glen Echo Park was previously used for religious education.
Okay, so what's there in the park now?
So Glen Echo Park was acquired by the National Park Service back in 1970. So you'll see the historic carousel. There's also Spanish ballroom that's still frequently used for ballroom classes, ballroom dancing classes, swing dance classes, etc. There's also a puppet theater, which is really great for young kids. And there's a center that provides arts. So you're going to have classes in potterwork, painting, woodworking. All these are offered to the community.
Wow, that's really cool. And are they offered like totally free, or I would assume you'd have to like pay for the classes and stuff?
Yeah, it's through the county, but it's a small fee.
Okay, cool. So do you have to be a resident of Glen Echo, or can you just be in the surrounding area?
Oh yeah, just be in the surrounding areas, even DC. I mean, traditionally with the county, there's 2 different prices for county residents and non-county residents, but it's a wonderful resource. There are a lot of people varying ages taking classes and just utilizing the resources. And then while you're at the park, if you do like history, you can also head over to the Clara Barton House, where that's Clara Barton, the founder of the Red Cross. That's where she lived in. So she did live in Glen Echo.
Okay, that's so much history. That's cool. And I was thinking about kids when we were talking about the the different arts and crafts at the center there in the park. So what what types of schools are available in the area, especially high schools? Like, what do people need to look out for when doing their research?
So Walt Whitman is the local public high school, and that's in Bethesda, Maryland. It's about 10, 15 minutes from Glen Echo. And it is a prestigious national university. It's always very highly ranked. And we have a lot of people that move to Lower Montgomery County just for that high school.
Okay. So logistics aside, what do people do for fun? Like, it's a very small town. What do you have to do on either a night out or like, outings with a family or something like that?
Yeah, so you really take advantage of the location. Certainly can head to the Irish Inn, which is in Glen Echo and has live traditional Irish music and Irish fare. Or you can go ahead and head to Cabin John, which is the next city over. Or you can head into DC. Again, easy access. But we have a lot right here, a lot of community events. So you'll have like a pie baking contest in the summer. You'll have a ladies' night, women's night monthly. There's a book club. There's a lot of stuff to do within the community itself. And then as far as just taking advantage of what's close by, we have a shopping center that's across from the community, and that's got a pharmacy, a hardware store. It also has a pizza place, a sushi place, and a yoga center.
Wow, that's a lot. So I'm surprised. I didn't think there'd be that much stuff nearby. So what about nature? This is the thing I always like to touch on last, because regardless of if you're an outdoorsy person, I think the geography and the weather and stuff like that affects your everyday life. So if you do like the outdoors, what are some things to do in and around Glen Echo? I know there's the park, and then maybe even within a couple hours, what's worth noting?
Yeah, so a lot of people will take advantage of having Glen Echo there. You've got live music in the summer, you've got yoga classes, you have different holiday events that go on in the park. So they'll take advantage of just being able to easy access walk over there. You'll also have people that walk on the C&O Canal or bike on the C&O Canal. The topography is great for outdoor cyclists. So we have a lot of cyclists in this area. Additionally, Great Falls just down the street, so easy access. And then, of course, if you want to go rock climbing or mountain biking, just head up to Upper Montgomery County, right along the Montgomery County Frederick border. That's like within an hour, and you've got tons of activities to do there too.
Cool. I wouldn't expect any less from the Maryland, Virginia area. So that's really cool. I've learned a lot about such a small place, and yeah, thank you for coming on the show again. It was a blast.
Thanks for having me.